Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Live, and in today's film we're starting at Aphrodite's Rock and we're going to be going all the way up to Paphos Airport. So let's have the map up, and it's a fairly straightforward route to follow. We're taking the B6 all the way. First of all we'll be going across the motorway, then we'll be going up to the Asprorokremos Dam, and we'll take a little detour through parts of Mandria just to show you that, and then we'll be going down to the airport itself, and you'll see how to handle that. Right, so first things first, we're using the 360 camera today, and so I'm doing a flat version of that, so we can have a nice look at Aphrodite's rock there, or the big rock that's in front of it if you want to be a pedant. And then we'll bring the camera around to the front again. I would have done a hybrid film and included GoPro footage for most of the journey, but I left the GoPro camera at home today, so we'll have to rely on this, I'm afraid. However, it is better than nothing. Now there's a little viewpoint coming up just here where you can take Instagram selfies and what have you in front of those frames. There you see. And the reason I'm doing this route is because I've done numerous routes from the airport recently, showing you where you need to park, etc., because there's new security restrictions in place because of the troubles in Gaza, etc., and they're just being careful. But I haven't actually showed you how to get to the airport. They've all been coming from. So in this film, we're going to the airport instead. There are numerous, sorry, excuse that, someone in the background. There are numerous roads here that take you up to the motorway or to golf resorts, because there are two golf resorts along here. There's Aphrodite's Hills and there's Secret Valley. We will pass both of them. I think that was the one to Aphrodite's Hills, though I could be wrong. It's a very nice countryside along here. It's a bit open, so if you're planning on doing some hiking here, because there are many trails you could use, I would say do it early in the day or later in the evening. If you do it middle of the day, you could roast a bit, unless you have a nice hat or a sun umbrella and plenty of water. Oh, which one's this for? Okay, that's Aphrodite's Hills, the main entrance. There are a number of entrances to each of the resorts though, but the main ones are obvious when you get there. That's a little view we wouldn't be able to have done with the GoPro. In terms of beaches and on the coast along here, it's all pretty rocky and cliffy. Well, I say all. There is one patch where there's a picnic site as well, which we'll highlight, where you can go swimming properly and something. And I think at one point they were going to put beach cafe and stuff down there, but we didn't get planning permission. So you'll see the remains of the foundations for that. That's opposite Secret Valley golf course when we get there. Pretty. Oh, my mistake, it was opposite Aphrodite's Hills, what the picnic site was. And there's the entrance to Secret Valley though. It's also how you get onto the motorway. We'll pan the camera around again. And there's another entrance to Secret Valley. And if when you're driving past here you see a funny white building in the distance on your left, that's the desalination plant that is now up and running again, I believe. And may need to be used, if not this summer, but next summer if we don't get any rain over the winter. There are lots of, I'd say, industrial gardening centres here. I mean, you can turn up there as a customer yourself. I think they mainly stock the florist, etc. And you can get some good deals if you're prepared to drive out this far. Because obviously we don't have any of the overheads of the shops you'll get in the centre of Paphos. Now, for a lot of this trip, it's going to be quite difficult for me to come up with things to say because it's a fairly long, straight road that goes through some, while very pretty countryside, it is rather featureless in terms of things to talk about. But I will do my best. What I can do is point out numerous features that I visited in the past along the way. So up here, for instance, that's the turning, one of the turnings to Kuklia, and you can go up there and there's ancient museums, or museums of ancient stuff anyway, and from Kuklia you can get up to Mandria, and Dora's up that way, and it's one of the many routes of getting to the Aphrodite Mountains. It's a more scenic route than a lot of the other ones as well. And there's another, the main turning to Kuklia is just up here on the right, but on the left, which I'm just about to show you, there's a turning down there. It looks a bit of a farm track, and it is, but it's pretty good. And if you go down there, you'll come to an ancient sugar mill that's been excavated and restored, and virtually no one ever visits it, I don't think, which is a real shame because it's very nice to see. So if you want an archaeological site, go there. That's the main turning up to Kuklia, and you can wander around there to your heart's content. I'm not sure what they're doing on the right here, but if they don't get something planted soon, I can see problems for them when it starts raining again in the winter time. And soon there's going to be a turning on the right which will take you to a memorial for, I think it was a helicopter crash, where a few of the people in the Air Force were killed. It's a very nice memorial. I did an article on that. I'll try and remember to put links to the various articles in the description of the YouTube film. And the next point of interest will be the Asprorokremos river and reservoir and dam itself, which would just be going over the bridge for. I mean, I've been here in, I think it was 2019, 2020, and the river, which is now completely dried up, was a raging torrent. There's an airport turning there I'm highlighting. I mean, a motorway turning. And it was lovely. I can't wait for the next big rainy season again, because I didn't have much filming facilities on hand for the last one, but I'll be able to really cover it properly. See, that's the riverbed that was a proper river a few years back for a few months. And you go up that road and it'll take you to the dam itself. I will publish a film in the next day or two after this one, showing a drive from Finicas, which is an abandoned village up there, across the dam. So if you want to see what that's like, look out for that. Again, that will be a flat 360 version because it was on the same day, and if I left the GoPro behind for one, I left it behind for all of them. Also, what we're going to do in a minute is drive through Mandria. Not all of Mandria, because this is I mainly do this film to show you how the airport works. But because it's a rather straight road, I thought, well, that would add a bit of variety to it as well. Yeah, this part of Paphos is very flat compared to where I live up in Polemi. Anyway, here's the turning for Mandria, and the thing to note is that there's some lovely murals on the tunnel that goes underneath the motorway. I did do an article on it a few months ago, link in description, etc. But you can see it more clearly, and because I'm coming back through here as well, you'll see the other side of the road on the return journey. And now we're coming up to Mandria Square itself. It's basically filled with tavernas and a famous fish and chip shop. Grill house and Chinese food and sushi. And so you don't get variety. Cyprus Tavern. And there's the fish and chips. And we're turning right here. It looks like you're just going into a car park, but the road does actually continue on through it, taking you back to the motorway underpass. Once this chap's parked. Hope the 360 elements aren't making people dizzy. So now we're coming back to the motorway murals, and we'll have a look at the left-hand side this time. Yes, Mandria is a very popular village. Benefits by being close to the airport, and also not too far from Paphos city itself, but fairly close to Limassol compared to other places as well, with good access for the motorway. As I said before, though, I like Polemi because, well, it's a nice place anyway, but also I'm equidistant from both coasts. So while I can't get up in the morning and just jog out to the house into to the nearest beach, if I want to go to Polis or Paphos, it's equally easy. Similarly, it's the same thing for Paphos Forest and the Akamas, so we're dead central in Polemi. There's a garden centre on the right there, but you can't really see in this film, but that's quite nice. And on the left here, you got Papa Michael's supermarket, which is where most people from Mandria get their goods from, I imagine. They used to do very nice freshly baked pizzas there, though I haven't seen them there for a while, since they renovated the shop. There's also a very good hardware store next to it, where you can get reasonably priced shovels and gardening equipment, etc. Now in a short while we'll be coming up to the turning for the airport itself, and unless you've been staying in Mandria, you'll be coming from the direction of Paphos rather than this direction. So instead of turning left here, you'll be turning right here. Just here we go. Now do bear in mind that as this is the airport road, you'll occasionally get people driving down here far faster than is legally allowed. So I'm not judging them or anything. I mean, we've all been late for a plane. I'm just saying bear that in mind and be careful on the road just because of that. You'll see we're going past on the right here. There are numerous car hire places that will deposit you here from the airport if you use them. If you go into our car hire directory, pretty much all the people listed there, that's paphoslife.com/directory/car_hire, and talk to them, say that you're going to be getting to Paphos Airport. They'll normally arrange for someone there to be there and with your car or to take you to your car. So you don't have to necessarily rely on a place that's got a centre at the airport itself, because you won't be the first tourist they've dealt with. Right, down there you get Filiotis Fish Tavern. That is a very, very popular place with the local Cypriot population, and that's pretty much all you need to know about any restaurant. If the locals like it, then it's going to be good, because they don't tolerate bad food. Cypriots like to eat, especially decently cooked fish, and I recommend the swordfish. I don't eat at all. Some nice green fields on the right, and there's a couple more places on the left. One of them's called Bonamere, I think. I've never been there myself, but it gets decent reviews and people seem to be fond of it. There we are. They have live music and stuff there as well. I believe they do anyway. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. And also up here on the left we'll come to a picnic area, and there's a beach. I have no idea what the beach is like. I'd imagine it'd be pretty wild and like you won't get lots of facilities there. But the picnic area was pleasant enough when I drove through it a couple of years ago. So if you're dropping off or picking someone up at Paphos Airport at the moment, you cannot just go to the front of the airport like you used to be able to. What they've done, as you'll see, is they've earmarked an area beyond the main area where you can park your car free of charge and either drop someone off or from there walk to the airport entrance yourself and take them back here. So here we are avoiding the turning on the right, and we're carrying on down as if we're heading towards the old airport. So we're keeping left, we're not paying attention there, and we're keeping left here as well. We're turning left, so that's the entrance to the airport on our right, but we're going left. And we're staying on the road by the coast. You can just see it on the left there. And we're taking the second turn, not that one, that's the exit. This turning here. And then we're keeping right, following the signs basically. Now you can park anywhere in here free of charge. Obviously this is only for taking away or dropping off. Don't park and then go on your holiday. It's not that sort of parking spot. Okay, and to your left here is how you'd walk, where you'd walk to get to the actual airport itself. Okay, so you'd park here, say your bye-byes, and then you'd do what I'm doing now to leave. I'll just take you back to the roundabout so that you know where you are, in case you're a bit confused by all that. So there you have it, nothing to it. That's how you negotiate Paphos Airport at the moment though, unless you're using one of the long stay or short stay car parks. So, I hope you enjoyed that film and found it informative. And we will see you in the next film. Thanks for watching. Cheers.